Welcome everyone to this explainer. Today, we're immersing ourselves in an incredibly atmospheric, just deeply emotional narrative. We are breaking down the story within the song Moonlit Roads of Thee. It's this beautiful journey that takes us from the quiet, freezing chill of a rainy night all the way to the warm, albeit kind of bittersweet, dawn of acceptance. The way this story uses imagery, both in its poetic lyrics and its visual storytelling, is honestly just stunning. We're going to unpack it all to really understand the emotional arc at play here. I want to hook you right away with this profound lyric, "Oh, we were but two wandering souls upon the midnight way." That line right there, it perfectly captures the whole essence of what we're exploring today. In this explainer, we're unpacking a highly evocative story of chance, the sheer warmth of unexpected human connection, and ultimately, the profound grace that it takes to let someone go. It's a completely universal feeling, rendered with just beautiful poetic detail. Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1, a storm-clad encounter. The story kicks off with the line, "Upon a storm-clad eve, when her songs at last were done." Picture the scene for a second. Heavy rain is just beginning to absolutely pour down. The narrator and his buddy are riding along this slick, wet country road. It's dark, it's incredibly moody, and the headlights of their vehicle are just cutting sharply through the relentless rain. It's the absolute perfect setup for a story about finding light in the darkness, both literally and figuratively. Through the absolute downpour, they spot her. She's standing out there beneath a small, fragile shelter, just waiting out the storm. The source material notes she came in hurried step through shadows cold and deep, her spirit really weakened by the darkened road of night. They notice her, they pull up, and they offer her a ride. As she climbs into the vehicle, you get this vivid visual of raindrops shimmering under the passing streetlights. It's a real moment of rescue, instantly shifting the narrative from cold isolation to sudden companionship. Moving right along to Section 2, Whispers Beneath Silver Skies. As the group travels through the rainy night, she smiles and asks a quiet question. "Why are you so late this night?" The narrator notes that she speaks these words so softly, with such gentle grace. Imagine a tight close-up of her face, illuminated by the rhythmic passing of streetlights outside the window. It's in this incredibly specific, fleeting moment that the seed of the narrator's affection is planted. As the lyric goes, from that moment forth, his heart was hers alone. He literally couldn't forget the warmth her voice had sown into that freezing night. And we visualize this internal shift through a montage of fleeting memories. He finds himself just thinking about her, looking out classroom windows, walking home alone beneath the moonlight. The visual effects here are very Makoto Shinkai inspired. We get vibrant skies, glowing highlights, brief flashes of stars and moonlight breaking right through the storm. Time itself actually seems to slow down for the narrator as he quietly watches her. It perfectly illustrates how a mundane, rainy drive transforms into a magical memory, where two people become lanterns faint on winding roads. Time passes, of course, and their bond slowly grows. We actually see the calendar pages turning. What starts as that rainy ride at month 1 evolves. By month 3, they're exchanging casual text messages. By month 6, they're walking home together after school. During this whole period, the narrator is often just quietly watching her from afar, seeing her laugh with friends, all framed in this glowing, soft-focused light. They are hiding the flames within their hearts behind timid eyes, which is such a beautiful metaphor for that tentative, unspoken phase of a growing friendship. Section 3. The Secret Birthday Token. The night before, he nervously sends her an invitation, and she smiles warmly reading the message. Fast forward to the meetup, and they are in a humble, warmly lit cafe. The lyrics paint the picture beautifully. Cups of dark and coffee warm the night so still within. Steam is rising softly from their coffee cups. They sit across from each other, totally safe from the cold winds outside, just laughing and talking about things both great and small. The sequence of events here is incredibly touching. During this cozy cafe meetup, she quietly mentions that tomorrow is actually her birthday. We zoom in on a close-up of the narrator's surprised expression. Even though he says riches and gold hold no worth to him, his soul yearns to give her a small token. Wanting to remain completely anonymous, he sends a gift secretly through trusted friends. And when he hears that her heart danced with sweet delight upon receiving it, he experiences this profound happiness. He finds total joy simply in her joy. All right, Section 4. When silence builds its throne. And this brilliantly illustrates the sudden emotional shift in the story. Contrast the warmth we were just talking about, the steam rising, the shared laughter in that cozy cafe, with the sudden, crushing reality of silence. The lyrics tell us that time drifts like rivers wide, that no mortal hand can stop. Silence slowly builds its throne between them. Day by day, he comes to learn a truly devastating truth. Another soul has won her heart. The contrast between the intimacy they had and the silent distance that replaces it is, well, it's absolutely heartbreaking. To process this aching grief, the narrative sweeps us right into an instrumental bridge with a dreamlike montage. We see a vibrant, glowing moon sitting above the town. Floating cherry blossom petals drift by, symbolizing the fleeting, temporary nature of their time together. The narrator is just flooded with these bittersweet memories of their journey. The visual style here, again, very vibrant, very ethereal, very Shinkai-esque, perfectly captures the feeling of a memory that is beautiful but ultimately out of reach.
Section 5. Love seeks no chains.
So the crucial point is this realization about selfless love. For love that seeketh chains alone is never pure nor true. As the narrator's own heart is aching in grief, he asks himself, what else was I to do? And this is what he realizes. True affection isn't about possession. Sometimes the purest, realest form of love means stepping back and removing the chains of your own expectations so that the other person can simply be happy. It's a hugely powerful thematic takeaway. He follows that realization up with a profound promise. And if her joy be found elsewhere, I shall not darken through. He absolutely refuses to let his sadness cast a shadow over her happiness. Visually, we are brought back to the two of them walking along a moonlit road. But unlike the beginning of our story, the rain has finally stopped, the storm has passed. Above them, stars fill the clear night sky, reflecting the clarity and peace the narrator has finally found within himself. They stop together on a hill overlooking the slumbering town below, the wind gently moving her hair. They share a meaningful smile. Now, this isn't a smile of romantic triumph. It's one of deep, mutual understanding and genuine gratitude for the time they shared. It marks a completely peaceful, mature closure to the narrator's internal struggle. While her memory will ride through his soul in currents strong and deep, he is finally at peace with the present. As the song begins to fade out, the visuals transition from the moonlit night to a breathtaking sunrise appearing over the distant mountains. We see the two of them walk forward together, completely at peace, as the camera pulls upward into the morning sky. This sunrise is highly symbolic, right? It shows us that despite the lingering memories, despite the melancholy of what could have been, there is hope. There's a brand new day ahead. The narrator has grown from this experience, choosing to carry the light of it forward rather than the heavy weight of regret. I want to leave you with this final, truly provocative thought derived from the closing lyrics. If the stars be merciful, will we ever dance upon these moonlit roads again? It asks such a beautiful question about the nature of memory, destiny, and letting go. Sometimes we have to trust that our paths might cross again in the future, but we have to be willing to walk our separate roads today. It really makes you reflect on your own moonlit roads, those brief, beautiful encounters that change you forever. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through such a masterfully crafted story. Keep learning, keep reflecting, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.